Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now for a moment of silence.
Hello, Homestead. It's Friday, March 4th, and time for an all-new edition of HHS In Depth. I'm Jack Adams.
And I'm Ali Qureshi.
Today's show includes stories about next week's blood drive at Homestead and why it is important to donate your blood to the American Red Cross.
We'll take a peek at the after-school club, the Knitting Club, to find out what they do and how you can get involved.
We'll take a look back at the 3 pigs that got loose on Homestead High School's property last week on our cancellation day.
And Austin brings you another sports corner this week. You'll hear about last weekend's sports news as well as tonight's big sectional game down in Huntington.
We'll have all those stories and more, so stay tuned for another edition of HHS In Depth.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a one-boy, cuddly toy, my up, my down, my pride and joy. People, let me tell you about him. He's so much fun. Whether we're talking man to man or whether we're talking sun to sun, 'cause he's my best friend. Yeah, he's my best friend. La la, ba da 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 ya, ba da 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 ba, ba da 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 ya, ba da da beep beep bo bo bye, rubba dubba beep bo bye, rubba dubba beep bo bo whoops. Yeah, he's my best friend.
We start today's episode with a story about next week's blood drive at Homestead. Here's reporter Madison McConaughey with details on why it is important to donate blood and how you can still get signed up.
Homestead is holding their annual American Red Cross blood drive this year on March 8th. The Student Government Blood Drive Committee still has slots to fill, and they encourage students to sign up to donate in order to not only benefit recipients and the American Red Cross, but to also benefit themselves.
The reason that Homestead chooses to have a blood drive every year is because we're always looking for ways to help out the local community and help out the Red Cross, and this is a great way to save lives all over Fort Wayne and even beyond Fort Wayne. The Red Cross actually can help out students who donate blood. If you donate blood 3 times, or even if you donate blood once and you get it cataloged, it can help you with colleges, go on your college scholarships as community service hours.
I think sometimes people do it out of curiosity. You know, what's this like? What's this going to make me feel like? And most kids walk away feeling like they've done something good. And I hear, you know, they're proud to put on the little pin that says I donated.
The Blood Drive Committee aims to collect as many liters of blood as possible. However, there are some stipulations to donating.
To qualify to be in the blood drive, you have to be 16 or 17, 16 with parental consent. And if you would stop at the back tables at lunch, they can give you a parental consent form. And if you're over 16, all you have to do is sign up and then show up and donate blood.
There's height and weight requirements, but we recommend that if you're not too sure about your height and weight, you sign up anyway, and they'll be able to tell you once you get there, because we do like to overbook so that we can donate as much blood as we possibly can. If you have a 5th, 6th, or 7th period study hall, you are eligible to donate during school. If not, the blood drive does extend until after 4 p.m., so you can donate after school. Also, if you're a senior involved with senior experience and you get out of class early, you can donate during that time.
The American Red Cross only takes 1 liter of blood from each donor, but 1 liter of blood can help save multiple lives.
People should participate because it's a good cause, and you can save, actually each person can save 3 lives with every 1 blood donation. And like, blood is made up of 3 components: blood, plasma, and platelets. And like, when you donate blood, they separate those, and like, 1 person can get your blood, and 1 person can get the plasma, and 1 person can get the platelets. So 1 person, like just me, can save 3 different people.
Homestead is known every year for donating around 50 liters of blood. We usually have well over 100 students sign up, but you know, there are problems with some donors, so we usually do end up getting about 50 units of blood.
Students who are interested in donating to the American Red Cross Blood Drive can sign up for a time slot in the back of the cafeteria during lunch. The blood drive will be held on March 8th from 5th period to after school. For HHS In Depth, I'm Madison McConaughey.
Thank you for giving me blood.
Thank you for giving me blood.
Thank you for saving my life.
Give blood to the Red Cross and change a life, starting with your own.
Homestead High School is hosting a college and career fair on Monday, March 7th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. As of now, there are 90 participants, including four-year universities, two-year colleges, vocational schools, representatives from various careers, as well as the armed services and a financial institution. The program is open to the public and there is no admission charge.
Are you an honor roll recipient for last semester? Check the list posted on the bulletin board across from Student Services or with your advisor to see if your name is on the list. Parent Club volunteers and Homestead administrators will be in the cafeteria Tuesday, March 8th during all lunch periods to distribute your honor roll certificate and a special treat.
You may have seen it all across social media last week, but did you know on our day off due to weather last Thursday, Homestead High School got a visit from 3 farm animals? Here's Joey Quayle with a quick recap.
The rumors are true, Homestead. Last week on February 25th, the day we were closed to weather conditions, Homestead High School was visited by some friendly farm animals. The pigs, who wished to remain anonymous, escaped from a nearby farm. They trudged around the school's property, digging up the lawn near the CMT building in the process. The pigs' presence blew up on social media, quickly becoming an overnight sensation for the students of Southwest Allen County schools. So be sure to keep a lookout for some of Charlotte's webs. For HHS In Depth, I'm Joey Quell.
Seniors, if you haven't turned in your CHIPS form yet to Student Services, please do so at your earliest convenience.
Anime Club will meet Monday, March 7th in room 725. They'll be discussing old versus contemporary anime, history made fun.
Students interested in going on the social studies trip to Washington, D.C. next January, please see Mr. Harkness in room 716 for information.
And now it's time for a profile of another one of Homestead's after-school clubs, the Knitting Club. Here's reporter Willow Pierce with the story.
Knitting Club is a new club at Homestead that hosts students interested in knitting, crocheting, and other similar hobbies. Knitting Club began late last semester when junior Lauren Hedrick and her 2 friends thought of the idea.
I was in a push with my friends Willow and Samantha Schubert, and I don't know, I was knitting something with pencils because I was bored and there was yarn. And we just got talking about it and we thought, wow, that would be a really cool, fun club to just hang out and be creative.
With only one meeting taking place before winter break, Knitting Club is getting ready for their meetings this semester.
The 2 meetings that we've had so far have been great. The first one, we had over 50 people show up, and thinking that they would return, I bought a bunch of supplies thanks to the Squires Foundation, but the last meeting we had about 20, which is probably a nice number because we actually got some things accomplished, like learning how to cast on and start a project, actually.
With the ability to make things more of a reality, the club aims to do projects later this year.
Once we get more people comfortable knitting, I think the plan was to make little squares that special needs kids could use, and then as we develop more skills, the idea was to create the little beanie hats that are needed for chemo patients. But it's one step at a time. We're still learning, so that might be a little ways away for us to meet that goal.
Along with knitting, the club also serves as a place for friends to hang out and relax.
It's just really chill. Mrs. Squires has like tea, hot cocoa, sometimes cookies, and we just hang out, and you don't even have to knit, you can just hang out. And we're more than willing to teach people who don't know how to knit.
Upcoming meetings will always welcome new members.
And you can just come in. If you have knitting supplies and you've already started a project, that's great. If you haven't and you don't know what to do, we've got people in our club that can help with you learning how to knit for the first time. It should be something fun and take your mind off sort of the regular everyday stuff and do something different and learn a new skill.
Knitting Club's next meeting is on Tuesday, March 1st at 2:35 p.m., Mrs. Squires' room. For HHS In Depth, I'm Willow Pierce.
Get out to Audio Aficionados next Monday after school in room 600B. Next week, they'll be listening to Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon album and discussing other music you like. Anyone is invited to attend the meeting.
Congratulations to Homestead's academic Super Bowl math team. They took first place on Wednesday night in the 14-team Southside Invitational, while science and interdisciplinary teams took third. Math team members included Colin Behrens, Logan Harris, Kevin Stump, and Jeremy Kim.
And now here's Chris DeRoshi with a quick Tech Talk. In today's installment, Chris teaches you how to get YouTube to work under your SACS email account.
Hello Homestead, my name is Chris DeRoshi, and today on the Tech Talk, I'm going to be teaching you how to watch previous Tech Talks and previous video announcements on the video announcements. So you'll notice when you go to YouTube on your school laptop, you either can't watch videos or most of them are actually blocked. And this is because teachers actually have to approve most of the videos you're watching. You actually have to sign into YouTube using your school email address, and it's super duper easy. It's just like signing into your email. Do that, and you can watch previous video announcements, Tech Talks, because if you miss something, you can re-watch a Tech Talk and figure out what to do. There you go. Well, that's all I have for this week's Tech Talk. If you have any ideas you would like to share with me about a Tech Talk, please email me at christopher.deroshi@students.k12.in.us. I'll see you whenever.
If you missed the boys' golf call-out meeting on Monday after school and are interested in trying out, please contact Coach Mazok for tryout information. More information can be found by looking on the athletic department's webpage.
And now here's Austin Render with another Sports Corner. This week, Austin gets us caught up on the news from the busy sports weekend last weekend, as well as a look into tonight's sectional semifinal game in Huntington.
Hello Homestead, it's time for another edition of the Sports Corner. Today we take a quick look around the remaining winter sports here at Homestead. But first, a congratulations to senior Kevin Freeble for winning back-to-back diving state championships with a score of 613. Winning both state meets by more than 100 points for the first time in the 79 years of diving state championships in Indiana. And congratulations to the swim and dive team for placing 8th in state this past weekend. We would also like to congratulate the gymnastics team who placed 2nd in sectionals last weekend. The team had their highest score of the season with a 108.425. Yana Weir placed 1st on the floor, while Olivia Cronenwet placed 2nd. In the all-around competition, Catherine Milne placed 5th with her best score of the season. Regionals will be this Saturday at noon at Huntington North. The boys basketball team defeated Huntington North 42-40 on Tuesday night to move on to the sectional semifinal tonight at Huntington North against the Wayne Generals. I visited practice earlier this week to see how the Spartans are gearing up for tonight's big game.
Well, I expect Wayne to do the same stuff they did in the first game, and that was really, they just played sloppy ball and they wanted us to play their tempo. So this time we got to go out there and play to our tempo. The reason the students should go to the game because we got our 5-star recruit, Teron Taylor Beck, getting recruited by Duke, Kentucky, Indiana, and I think LSU. So, I mean, it should be a good game. He's a big factor in Friday's game.
Just a reminder that the tip is at 7:30 tonight, and students, the theme is a whiteout, so put on your white and take the 20-minute drive down to Huntington to support the defending state champion boys basketball team. And finally, congratulations goes out to seniors Alex Pratt Miller, Joey Dieter, and Bailey Wall, who all signed to continue their baseball careers in college for Indiana University South Bend, beginning in the fall of 2016. You can catch these 3 on the Spartan baseball field later this month. That'll do it for this week's Sports Corner. I'm Austin Render, and I'll see you again next week.
Well, that wraps up this edition of HHS In Depth. I'm Jack Adams.
And I'm Ali Qureshi. Thank you for watching today.
And now here are this week's Pictures of the Week. Congratulations to this week's winner, Senior Cody Harriman and CMT employee Mrs. Furness.
To submit your photo for Picture of the Week, just email a high-resolution photo with your name and grade level to hhsindepth@gmail.com.
Today we leave you with a song exclusive to Homestead's radio station, The Point 91 FM.
Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again next week.